Hello everyone, Tac1421T1 here. Welcome back to another episode of Mega Moveset. Today we're covering Charizard-Mega-Y. You may recall that we covered Charizard-Mega-X in the last episode. Now, as promised, here is Charizard-Mega-Y. And to be honest, I actually like Charizard-Mega-X a little bit better, just for a number of reasons. If you want to watch the Charizard-Mega-X moveset video, you can definitely either watch that before you watch this one or watch it after. But regardless, we're going to be talking about Charizard-Mega-Y in this episode. So before we get into the moveset and all that stuff, again, let's go ahead and check out regular old Charizard so I can compare it to Charizard-Mega-Y. Now, regular old Charizard, Fire Flying, Charizard-Mega-Y still has the Fire Flying. It's only the Charizard-Mega-X that changes to that Dragon typing, but Charizard-Mega-Y keeps its Flying typing, so it's still very weak to rocks. And Stealth Rocks in particular, you're going to only be able to live 2. Now, you're going to be able to live 3 if you have an odd number of HP, but if you take any damage, you're only going to be taking 2 Stealth Rocks. It's going to be doing 50% of your HP. So just be careful about having rocks up there. You might want a Defogger or a Rapid Spinner of some kind on your team. That'd probably be very beneficial. But anyways, go ahead and look at Charizard. Normal old Charizard has a base grand stat of 534, and Charizard-Mega-Y, like Charizard-Mega-X, has that base total stat of 634. So it got 100 points added to all of its totals, and it mainly got put in special attack. That's where the big 50 comes from. So half of the new points is in the special attack. It also got an increase to special defense, which is kind of nice, but to be honest, I would have rather have had that increase in regular old defense and nothing in attack. We're not gonna. It got a 20 buff in attack, but you don't really need anything in attack. We're not running any physical attacks in this moveset, so we don't really need that. And I would have rather got the raise in the defense because of rocks is such a big issue as far as Stone Edge and any other kind of rock type move. Mainly, most rock type moves for the most part are going to be physical attacks, so you kind of want that defense to go up. Unfortunately, didn't get a boost in defense, so you're not really going to be able to live any kind of rock attack per se. It's going to be pretty rare, especially Stone Edge, and if a Pokemon has a lot of attack stats, it's going to hurt. So the special defense raise is a little bit nice because most water type moves are special. Only like Waterfall is your only really exception there. Aqua Jet maybe, but it's kind of nice to get that special defense boost and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and look at Charizard-Mega-Y. So Charizard-Mega-Y, we'll go ahead and look at its ability first. Drought, which is a pretty cool ability. I didn't talk about it on Charizard, but either ability doesn't really matter what you use. I think maybe the first one's probably best, the Blaze, because I don't know, solar power. If you have a fire team, then maybe it's good, but I don't think I think Blaze is your way to go. If you get in a certain situation, maybe you take some damage from rocks, you take some other damage from something else, and you don't Mega Evolve yet. Maybe if you go for a Flamethrower with Blaze up, it might actually do a lot of damage, but I don't think it's that great because if you Mega Evolve, you get the Sun up, and you're going to be doing more damage anyway. So Drought, again, talking about the Sun. On switch in, the weather becomes sunny day. So when you Mega Evolve, then the sun comes up. And then after that, whenever you switch in, the sun's up. I remember when I was playing my Pokemon Ruby, Groudon has the Drought ability, and I always put SolarBeam on my Groudon because SolarBeam normally takes 2 turns because you have to charge up the sun. But if the sun's up, then it only takes 1 turn, which is really nice. So I have SolarBeam on this moveset. We'll talk about the other moves in a second, but I just thought that'd be kind of important to. Pretty interesting. So anyways, the item, Charizardite Y, make sure you have the Y on there, not the X, because if you have the X, you're going to evolve into Charizard-Mega-X if you Mega Evolve. So make sure you have the Y item. So anyways, we'll get into the EV spread. And this is a pretty simple EV spread. Put 252 in special attack, make it 417, which is crazy. That's going to be a lot of things, specs damage, but we have the option to switch moves. So that's just a huge amount of base special attack. And then I put 252 in speed, made it timid, so it's even faster. You can outspeed a lot of things with this 328 speed that you have on there, so that's really important to add. You can put the 4 in defense or special defense. I chose defense just because, I don't know, for the off chance that something uses a Stone Edge and maybe it doesn't have that great of, attack stats. So maybe you can live 1. I don't know. And then again, odd amount of HP. That's really important to have that odd amount of HP. So yeah, now let's get into the moveset. The bread and butter of this moveset is all this stuff. And so anyways, first off, we have Air Slash. Air Slash, you're going to be getting stab on your flying type attack. Has 95% accuracy, which is really sad because I'd rather have 100%. I would instantly trade 100% accuracy and no chance to flinch because I don't care about the flinching that much. It will come in handy sometimes because, a little bit less than every every 3 times you use the move, you're going to be getting that flinch, which can come in handy every now and then because you're pretty fast. So you might get the flinches more times than not, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, so it's going to be your stab, Air Slash. It could hit grass types and bug types and all the stuff that's weak to flying, psychic, and all that. So that's good there. SolarBeam I talked about a little bit. I use SolarBeam because I don't know why it's not showing up. There we go, SolarBeam. I use SolarBeam because of the sun's already out there, so you don't have to charge. It can hit your water types, your ground types pretty nicely. Some ground types will definitely be carrying the Stone Edge, so if you can kind of predict that, then you can go for the SolarBeam and hopefully knock it out because it's a huge base power, and a lot of things that are ground type aren't that fast anyways. So hit the SolarBeam. If it doesn't kill the first time around, hit him with another SolarBeam or Flamethrower or something. So yeah, the next move is Flamethrower. This is going to be your go-to move. You're going to be using this most of the time. You could go for Fire Blast or even Overheat, but I think Flamethrower is the best because you don't have a chance to miss. And I don't like missing. And Flamethrower is going to be hitting for a huge amount of damage anyways because you have the sun out, you're hitting for stab, so it's going to be doing a lot of damage. It's even if something resists your fire type move, it's still going to be doing like at least half for the most part, unless you run into some kind of like special wall. Then that resists fire. Then that's going to be your only problem. So yeah, but Flamethrower is going to be doing a lot, and stuff that resists Flamethrower, you can pretty much hit it with any of these other 3 moves. So that's important to add. Dragon Dance or Dragon Pulse is your last one. 85% base power, 100% accuracy. I like using this over Focus Blast because Focus Blast just seems to always miss on me. 70% accuracy. So I would rather use Dragon Pulse. Plus, there's lots of Dragon types in the format. You're gonna have to watch out for your fairies, but you can pretty much handle that with any of these other moves. Especially if they have another typing that may be weak to fire or flying, then you're going to be doing a lot of damage. So I would definitely recommend Dragon Pulse as your 4th move there. You can go with a hidden power if you want to, but I really think this is going to be the best 4 moves that you can put on this thing. It's going to be hitting for a good amount of damage. Again, watch out for rocks, stealth rocks, and all your other stuff, and you'll be good to go. So Charizard-Mega-Y, really good Pokemon, I think. I definitely like Mega-X a little bit better, but Charizard-Mega-Y, you should definitely try it out. Try this moveset out for sure. It'll be in the comments like any other moveset video that I do. It's always in the comments. And that's going to be that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't have a video or any clips after this one just because I didn't really test it out that much. I've seen a lot of this. I know how it works. I know it's good. And just trust me on that. This is going to be your best moveset to use for Charizard-Mega-Y. There's not really much else to do with this thing. There's not really any other moves you can use. Again, Focus Blast might be one. You might switch out the fire-type moves from Flamethrower to Overheat to any Fire Blast. But that's really all you can do. I think SolarBeam and Air Slash are so solid for this one. Don't want to change those up. And that's that. So hope you guys enjoyed. And again, if you want to make it shiny, I didn't show the shiny form. But shiny's pretty cool. Still has the same that like gray thing as regular old Charizard. So that's that, and I'll see everyone later. Peace.